This is my review on Batman the movie from 1966. I give this a solid 8 out of 10. It might be a good movie, y'all, but I just didn't like the ending. As a kid, it always bothered me, the ending to this movie. Uh, that Batman never really fixed the problem, but just swap people in the wrong bodies after rehydrating them. And just sees that as a good deed. Even when some people might have family members. That might be a little confusing. This might screw up their lives as with their friends and family members. But never think of the con. But let's just not think about that for right. That's my only problem with the ending. It kind of makes me go to those places outcomes. What are the consequences that he just did that for? And let that happen and played out like that and let them stay in the wrong bodies. The souls in the wrong bodies. When it's, in hindsight, this is going to fuck everyone else's, all their personal lives up in general. With their family members and their friends if they have any outside of the people they talk to and that they're arguing in that room, which is people representing of each state arguing over trying to get for peace, something like that, something. Anyway, blah blah blah. Batman has to save them from all of his greatest villains from the television show. Your favorites: the Joker, Catwoman, Riddler, Penguin, and let me see, Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, Joker. Wait, that's free? Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, Riddler? And that's it. I think. Look, I know he goes up against more villains in the show, Alan West's Batman. So sometimes I get the villains mixed up with the show events, in the movie events mixed up because there's so many more villains in the show than it is in the movie. Not saying there's plenty of villains in the movie, but there's just more in the show. Other than me not liking the end, I like the rest of the story of the movie. Other than the ending, as a kid and as an adult, why I give it 8 out of 10 overall. This movie. It just makes me raise questions after the ending how he could have screwed over those civilian lives by letting them live in the rest of their days in the wrong body. Their wrong souls in the wrong body. That's scary for me. Like, what if I was in that scenario? That would be scary for me. I'm sorry, but that just freaks me out. The end. This makes me go to these places of scenarios of that's too dark for ending for me. For Endless Batman, I just giving the 8 out of 10. The end is too fucked up for me. It's just. I give it 8 out of 10, the movie overall. Anna West and Burt Ward play Batman and Robin the Dynamo Duo. Pretty much straight out of the Silver Age Batman. This is pretty much the how Anna West plays Batman, and Burt Ward plays, and Burt, how this is like how, like, from what I understand from my knowledge of Silver Age Batman, this is a pretty good representation of Silver Age Batman. Because Silver Age Batman is kind of, like Adam West Batman. It's like a weird dude. Making Batman weird. Like, just by being his character. Let's be honest, why do people make fun of Anna West's Batman? I don't know. I mean, his performance is pretty solid in this movie, and he plays the role pretty straight as Bruce Wayne as Batman. Sure, he has to say plenty of cheesy lines here and there, but even the lines he plays straight, most lines he plays straight, even the jokes. So, I'm just kind of confused why people remembering this Batman smiling a lot. At least that's just what I hear from my teachers from Lighthouse when I went there. That was a public school I went to as a kid in 2007 till I was 20. Left when I was 20. And left before I turned 21, before I was about to age out of the school. It was a public school. Not the best education. It's, don't know if I learned anything useful. Yes, I told Dad all the stuff I learned, and all the stuff I learned were non-useful stuff. Knowledge that I can just forget about. Anyway, so this is my review on Batman from 1966 movie. I give this an 8 out of 10. I like the story except for the ending. Now I'm going to review the first 2 seasons of the show, because I only seen the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen season 3 yet. I give the first 2 seasons of the show a solid 10 out of 10. However, both for the seasons 1 and 2, as the episodes, however, I noticed how as the series went on, in the series from season 1 compared to season 1 to season 2, Season 2 is much more campy and is much more self-aware of what it wants to be, and self-aware that Silver Age Batman is the and Season 1, I like Season 1 more because it took itself, the stories, more seriously than Season 2. Season 2 was played more for laughs. Like, it was but it was somewhere in between a sitcom, a self-aware sitcom, and still trying to be what it was in the first season, which is a more grounded take of Silver Age Batman in a more modern time and this time was the 60s, time for take place in. And if you look on the special features, that was the show's creators' intention to modernize the character. To tell him what ground take of Silver Age Batman. From my understanding of things. I looked at some of the special features. Got on the special features on the Blu-ray disc. So I give both seasons of Batman, the show, from 1966, a 10 out of 10. Season 1 and Season 2. Both solid 10 out of 10, while the movie just gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Because of the ending raises too many questions for me. And it gives me too much of a splitting fucking headache just thinking about it. The ending to Batman, the movie. That I was talking about earlier in this video. And also, I love the stories, the stories and these characters in Season 1, and how they take itself seriously in Season 1, but it has such a colorful setting and environment within the world. But however, I noticed that how once you get to Season 2, there's less depth in these characters and information around these characters, and there's less explaining about these characters in Season 2, like less fleshing them out and just more for trying to get a laughs out of the audience. And I think that's why I like Season 1. It was more like a comic book show to me, for me, than Season 2 was, because Season 2 stories weren't as good. I thought it was memorable. They got, I don't know, it's just, they weren't as cleverly written or well tightly paced. And sometimes might have overstayed its welcome at times within Season 2. When she got to Season 2, I thought. But can it redeem itself for Season 3 and end it on a high note? Probably not, because that's just my guess. My gut feeling, yes. Alright, that's my review on Batman from 1966, the show. I give it a 10 out of 10. First two seasons of Batman. And like this video, hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and I gotta get this down because it's nighttime. Okay. Before I say goodbye, I want you to hit subscribe and hit the bell also, in that order, one by one, after the other, in that order. I just settled it in, okay? Goodbye, and good night.